Hi, good morning, my beautiful friends. With the way the world is looking today, I think it is time for some cozy vibes. If that's what you're looking for, come on over. Come on over. Come hang out with me. Okay, this is cute. I'm not entirely sure if I agree with this one, but that's okay. I think there's a partial truth to that. Look at this little guy! It's a little guy. I get this one a lot for some reason. It's telling me something! Oh, don't. I know. As you can tell, I get a lot of poetry. I'm getting a lot of cat tattoos. Is it a sign that... Oh my goodness. I have been obsessed with beads lately. I don't know if it's a thing, but isn't this stunning? I grew up with a lot of silverware that was very specifically Middle Eastern Ottoman looking. My mum would collect them and put them around the house. So this to me is just like the perfect way of paying homage to that with cute elements. Oh my gosh. Guys, are you getting the same dopamine hit that I'm getting right now? I hope you are. If this is what you're into, I hope you are. It's also a very chic way of displaying your shoes. Only thing is, I don't know if it's like my place only or the places that I've lived in only, or if it's just a normal thing. But I feel like if I did this would catch so much dust. I know aesthetically we're not thinking about these kind of things, but... can't help but think about it a little bit, right? You gotta think about a cleaning job. Grapes. And then hanging that out on the balcony, and then when the wind goes, that's cute. I like that. I feel like this kind of, I don't like using this word, but I think this word gets thrown around a lot in Australia in particular. I haven't really heard it, that's beautiful, much else elsewhere, but hippie vibes? I've been told a lot that my taste is very hippie, and I think a lot of people mistake that for... There's definitely hippie elements to it. Oh, that is gorgeous. Yes. I'm Middle Eastern. I yap on about it, and I think it can easily... Where was I? Middle Eastern. Furniture, clothing, knickknacks, all the things can... in the Western culture fall into hippie territory. I don't really know if I've heard anyone else talk about this, but my husband and I talk about it a lot because I've had a lot of people in my life point out to me, you're very hippie. And it's like, all right. Anyway, I'm gonna save this because she is gorgeous. Ooh, those are like my two favorite colors. Ooh, hits hard. That looks like it's sewn onto a piece of clothing. I would wear that. This is me. I am this is I. I get so much Mamma Mia on my Pinterest and it makes me so happy. The entire movie is like what I want my old age to look like. Preferably still having my husband in the picture. So slightly different, but... Istanbul. Istanbul is Constantinople. I was actually at a Greek festival yesterday in Melbourne, and it's called the Antipores Festival. Obviously, I'm not Greek, but my husband is. And I got into a conversation with a girl who ended up telling me she was Greek Cypriot, but instead of saying Greeks, I've never heard it referred to in this way. Instead of saying Greek Cypriot, she said, I'm from the occupied half. And I was like, occupied half? We kept talking and I ended up just having to like outright ask, like, what are you referring to by the occupied half? Because obviously I've been lucky enough to go to Cyprus a few times, and being Turkish, I can only go to the Turkish half. So she says it's very common amongst Greeks to refer to the Turkish side as the occupied half, as in that's the side that my ancestors basically raided and stole from the Greeks. Like, I'm so sorry. She's like, no, it's not your fault, but you know. Yeah. This is absolutely stunning. Guys, purple. Have you been seeing it around? If you saw my 2026 fashion predictions video, I posted that on Christmas Day. I've been seeing so much purple, but it could be because it's on my mind and I just happened to notice it around, but purple. Yeah. See, now I don't know if it's because it's like on my algorithm now, but isn't that stunning? Green eyes, I think, are the prettiest eyes to ever exist. And I think green-eyed people know that as well. Sorry guys, you know when the cravings hit. It's the mix of old and new, and she looks absolutely stunning. I love when there's washing hanging out on the street. Guys! Wow! This is a fantastic idea. Oh my god. Would you do it on both sides though, or just the one side? I feel like the one side, oh, it would look cute either way, honestly. It's happening! I actually really like that. Purple and orange too. That's very, is that 80s? I think it's 80s. Or 70s. Guys, I'm not very good at this. You know I'm the fashion noob, okay? Okay. Oh, this looks Parisian maybe? Oh my gosh, that is stunning. Raspberry wine soft skies. Ooh, I'm not the biggest fan of baby blue for myself. Story of my life, right? I don't like it on me, but I like seeing it, and mixed with raspberry wine. Delicious. Yes, okay, that is my vibe. I actually would really love that jumper. That's really, really nice. How many times you freaking see your cat on here? I want to know what you think about Pinterest at the moment, because I know it's kind of a hot topic. I think that ads is the biggest thing. Like, the reason why I'm using my Lenovo laptop as opposed to like my iPad, I'll explain why that's important in a second, is because I have ad block enabled on my computer, and even though they don't want you using ad block, it still works. If I'm scrolling Pinterest on my iPhone or on my iPad, I think it's every second, I think it's 1-to-1. Like, every second post is an ad. I'm scrolling and scrolling, and it's just videos and videos and like, buy this, buy that. And I'm like, Pinterest loses its meaning when it's just you're suffocating in advertisements. I think if you own a non-Apple product that you can access Pinterest on, ad blocker, please, if you haven't done it already, because this, I feel like I can savor the Pinterest experience properly. Fuzzy buttery yellow. Yes. Yes. I feel like finding clothes that fit well on your body type is so important. Like, I've been dabbling / struggling with this for a while, is finding clothes that are comfortable but not suffocating, but still show some kind of element of shape and playfulness. I think, especially after moving to Melbourne, and oh, that is gorgeous. Seeing how much people play with their clothes here, and it's just in such an authentic way, unless it's Fitzroy style, guys. Any hoodums, I would love that printed out, actually. That's gorgeous. Purple and green, purple and green, purple. Okay, I think my page has just kind of repeated the same things in different fonts, basically, but I'm seeing a lot of beads. I don't mind the stripy trend going on. I think it's really nice, but I think when people keep wearing exactly the same shirt with exactly the same colored stripes, I can automatically tell that they're like stuck on TikTok or just the internet in general. I think it's the brown and pink striped shirt as well. I actually think it's really flattering and it's really cute, but that's the thing with trends, is like you unintentionally end up labeling yourself if you follow it. And I think that sucks, because you should be able to wear what you want to wear. And I do think it's really cute and flattering, but yeah, I don't know. It's something in here, and I know I'm not the only one, is like, now I see it on the street and I'm like, because I know that's a trend, I know you're on TikTok a lot. Thank you, Agatha Christie. This is exactly what I have needed to hear. In full transparency, I have been crying a lot, feeling kind of hopeless, which is not very common for me. I'm usually a very hopeful person, so this girlhood, you know me and my earthy tones, I would need that to be a little bit more like darker. You know what I'm saying? Karakei. I don't think I've been to Karakei. Okay, well, now I'm just making you guys look at Turkey. It's actually, look, there's a lot of aspects of Turkey, specifically Istanbul, and more specifically Cappadocia. It's the hot air balloons, and you know what I'm talking about. Especially these kind of photo shoots, I'm sure it's going to pop up the more I scroll. There you go. Like, and the girls with the really big dresses there, getting all their photos done on the rooftop. I feel like that's the epitome of Pinterest, is like, you've succeeded at Pinterest if you've gotten that shot on the top of one of the cave hotels in Cappadocia. It's a really, really cool place. I completely see the hype. I know why it's trendy and why it's been trendy on Pinterest for so damn long. It's stunning. You feel like you're on an alien planet. I mean, there's a reason why Star Wars was partially filmed there. Like, I always want to go back. Even when I'm there, I want to go back. Do you know what I'm saying? If you do ever get to go and you get to stay, the cave hotels are so freaking cool. And if you get up early enough and you go out on the little patio outside the cave, you get to see the hot air balloons in the sky. It's a cozy little town. It's not very big. I can't remember the word for it. Is it like rule of thirds in photography, where it's like separated by 3 and then it's very... I do not have the proper terminology for this, but when photos are taken so, like, you can see the artistic element in it, the aspect ratio, it's just perfect. Like, the layout is perfect, you know. Shh. Guys. It's ring the little This is giving me Switzerland or somewhere. Aww. Oh my gosh, I spat. I think that's another thing people are hating about Pinterest. I actually bought a table similar to this because I love the mosaic element of it. It's this table that my computer's on, but I can't really show you at the moment. I love playfulness in things that could otherwise be a very basic piece. Like, there's nothing wrong with a plain white table if you want a plain white table, but I just think color is where it's at, guys. And shapes and fun is where it's at. Like, look at this. Again, like, you see what I mean? It's the aspect ratio. There's something about it. It's so pleasing to look at, and your eye just keeps wandering. I will stop boring you guys with Türkiye, but if it pops up, it pops up, and that's not my fault. And throw in some gorgeous navy blue in there. Package acquired. Something about yellow sheets and then obviously the bright yellow sunlight dappled through is just so cozy. You would have the best nap in there. I mean, come on. Comment below. Are you a Sailor Moon fan? Because we gotta unite. That's my cat. You lived 2 decades with nothing but your spine holding you up. The way light does not care if shadows follow, you do not have to be wanted to prove you are real. Something I've learned recently about boundaries, which is, I feel like to a lot of people probably very obvious, but because boundaries are so new for me in practice, even though I've been practicing for a couple years now actively, it's just so ongoing. I don't think it will ever end, but I think it will get easier with time. And the thing that I've really learnt about that is you're just going to have to be okay with people not liking your decision. And I liked in this poem, you do not have to be wanted to prove you are real. I think it kind of bleeds into that a little bit. You know what you want in life when you set boundaries, or at least you have a good view of the values that you would rather keep in your life that align with you. It's okay if you're not wanted after setting a boundary. It's culling, you're culling, and you get closer to finding what it is that you're looking for. Not that you're looking for perfection, but just something more aligned with you. Anything to do with the ocean, hey? Like, look at that. Again, it's the aspect ratio. Thirds. Is please tell me, is that correct? I know I can see it. When I see these photos, I can see it, but I don't have the words for it. And I literally took a photography class. Granted, it was like 7 years ago now. I'm getting old. Gorgeous. I've heard, I like this rule of brown-eyed people look great with blue eyeshadow, and then vice versa. Blue-eyed people look great with brown eyeshadow. Not that you can't do whatever the hell you want, but as you can tell, I like my Turkish lamps. That's not the only one I own. Certain people in my life who I keep trying to tell, you will never be 100% ready to make a big decision. You will feel in yourself when you're more comfortable to make the leap. There you go. But you will never be 100% ready. It's a mix of feeling and decision. I think you end up just having to decide when the leap will be. There we go, knee-high socks. I've actually been seeing a lot of people do this. I think it's like either clasps or rings that they're putting on their shirts. I really like it. Oh no. If you've stayed this long, thank you so much for watching, and if you've stayed this long, thank you so much for watching. I enjoyed scrolling Pinterest with you, and I hope you enjoyed scrolling it with me too. Let me know what your Pinterest page looks like, and what are your thoughts on Pinterest at the moment, because I know, like I said, there's a lot of discourse about how people are feeling with it, with AI and advertisements, etc. There's just a lot going on in the world, and as important as I think it is to know where you stand with it and to feel your feelings, I think there's also importance to having joy. You need both. I don't know, I think that's the importance of life really, is to have balance between the good and the bad. Life will never always be good, and life will definitely never always be bad.